Hello, welcome back to another episode of Project Zomboid 0 to Hero on Build 42. Last we left off, we had started going around looting some more, looking for more resources. Got lucky and found some planks in a shed, but we haven't finished reading the next carpentry book, so we're sort of holding off on doing anything with those. For now, it's just gonna run around looting, but we're going to rest first, because one thing I don't want to do is go out and be exhausted. So that gives us about 3 hours to go out and do stuff. Leave that on the ground for now. So starting off tonight's exercises, getting closer and closer to having full regularity on those. The only skills we really worked on was long blunt, some maintenance, still nothing in some of these, or very little in some of these. Haven't done any carving. Ended up doing a minute amount of tailoring where we made up our mattress. Welding's got nothing. Agriculture, we gotta wait for stuff to grow for. Animal care, butchering, we actually got some from butchering a dead rat we found. This will be closer to being max, but I don't think whenever we exercise tonight we're gonna end up getting to level 2 yet. As long as we don't run into a big horde of Zeds while going around, we should be okay. Foreshadowing, who knows. But right now we got that. We are fairly tired. Eat half. I'm worried about this. Yeah, I know. Said blah, blah, blah. It's still going down. And I remember, if I find food, not to bother with going in here, since I can't cook anything. We had to go all the way to the rooftop anyway to do that. Okay, there we go. One thing I don't think I did do was check these. Good engine in that. Yeah, that one's fully locked. Got the key for this one. I think what the problem might be actually is that it's out of gas. Engine's okay, it's just out of gas, okay. Don't like being super tired, but what can we do? Want to try to get more houses knocked out, since we spent like several episodes just reorganizing the school area and stuff. Tiny bit of running worked on. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, so this one was where we got the metal sheet from, and then planks were in the garage. I don't expect there to be a great deal of Zeds around here because of a house alarm that went off over here, and then a gunshot that went off somewhere. I couldn't remember which direction it came from, but did end up drawing some zombies towards the school, which, needless to say, was sort of annoying. So we're gonna basically cover this inner side of the neighborhood. What do we got here? Well, I got a few things that we could use for filling out the map some and getting locked. So we unintentionally pulled that one towards the door. Stop it. There we go. Nothing great use. Rotten bell pepper. We might be able to actually take the seeds out of it. Still uncooked. Potentially use those. Ladle, spoon, strainer, we already have those. Microwave has nothing. Steel wool used for something, but I forget what. Spatula. Let's see if we can actually like end up being able to go through some of these. Let's see, measuring tape, we'll grab 2 and that. I'm sort of hoping that we could find a knife in the drawers, but guess not. That's it. So TV doesn't have anything. That's a chair in the corner there. I was half expecting something to be in here. That's useful. I don't think this is used for anything in this. I know there is something you can do with mods for that stuff. Clone ball. What else is this? I've seen a lot of those, but there's cooking 3. Boxing gloves. I have not seen those before. Golfing bag though. What's a golf club? Some barbed wire. We can research that when we go back. I think that's a blunt. There's a metal baseball bat. Put this damn thing on the ground. So we had a sports dude living here then. Golf clubs, extra shit there. Can we do anything with these? No. No, okay. Got one more room to check, and then we can try to head home. Knitting needles. And the yarn, so we can actually use this for some stuff. Can't research either of those. Okay, so this house has been checked through. Well, screw it. We got it marked on the map, so we should know. Don't like being super duper tired and overloaded and exhausted. Slowly getting low on breath. But I think, there we go, collect seeds. Just needed some tweezers to do that with. So we'll have some pepper seeds now too. Might keep tweezers on me from now on, just so I could use that for doing this. I find rotten vegetables, see if I can collect seeds from the dang thing. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to actually put the tweezers we have in here. So we know that keep a hold of these. The battery, we didn't get any other batteries. Still going down in weight. Eat that. It'll take a tiny bit of weight off of us. I'll try sitting in the car here to rest some. Take that. I hate that it's like that, but we must do this while we're waiting. Finding a bunch of golf clubs sort of nice. That should definitely make for a good bit of a collection for long blunts. The lacrosse stick, I think, is a long blunt as well. Okay, that's going down some. Then I have another baseball bat to work with. This is really pushing it, but gotta do what I can. I think if I pass out indoors, I'll be fine, but still not preferred. Well, still preferable over passing out in the rain. Most likely we end up getting sick from that. Loads of muscle strain. Sort of wish we could take this exit, but then we gotta deal with jumping over the fence every time. Maybe we'll just do our exercise at 1900. Bounced so much at that base, but it's like, well, at that house, but it's like, ugh. Don't want to leave any of it behind, so we don't end up having to make a secondary trip back just to do it. Okay. So we'll come over here. Get a lot of this stuff put away. Well, not there. No, that's food. That's books. That's random shit. Okay. Weapon. Cooking 3 can go there. Nice little find with that. Okay, so no longer insanely overweight. that's got that. What's this funnel have? This one's full. Now it's for other stuff. No, come on. There we go. Oh, forgot to put the bullion cube and the dog food there. We can research that. Why didn't I put this back in there? Okay, so that goes there. We might not be exercising tonight just because of these two. We got our carpentry 3 picked up. Oh, fuck it, we'll just put the bell pepper seeds in here. Now that I know that we can like rip seeds out of rotten fruits, that's even more useful. Lighter out. Receipt. That should help. Put these down. Light this up. Oh, I forgot about the yarn. Why didn't it? Okay. Sit on ground. Read book. And there. Both these I want moved up there actually. No, not working. Okay. Well, no exercise today, I guess. Strength went up a tiny bit because of all the heavy lifting we did. Put out campfire, take all the food. Again, need to, oh, not the tweezers. Tweezers gonna be staying with us from now on. At least one. Come on. There we go. And while we're at it, we'll use here to... Oh, I don't have the bandage in my... Can I just... Nope. Sort of hate that we had to have it in inventory like this just to be able to freaking clean it. Again. Okay, I forgot to put the lighter up there. Damn it. The rag can go back in here. Yarn I know I can use for knitting. So there's that. Don't want to put that there. And then we got some stuff here, so we could do that. Put these two over here for doing other stuff. Has the unhappiness because of the damn being stale. Alright, so we'll read a bit more until 21. Rain ended at least. There we go. Sleepy deepy deepy. Eat all the sausage. Go to sleep on a full stomach. Imagine having good enough metabolism in real life that you could eat like shit like sausage and other foods and just take a nap and not lose any weight. And then actually losing weight. $3:30. Why did I wake up at 3:30? That's 6.5 hours we slept. Okay, this is just stale, so that's fine. That's been sterilized. Alright, let's... I'll read through this. Get rid of unhappiness. Alright, throw that back in there. Alright, back we go to doing some more more looting. Yeah, it's still raining too, so we're gonna get a good bit of rain, good bit of water saved up then. I'm not getting sick at all. Cooking is at 5. It's 3. Bunch of stinky buttheads. So like I do know that like one of the things that you can do to get rid of corpses is put them in the dumpsters there and then just delete. But yeah, I think that'd take us a good while considering how weak our character is. The fact that we didn't get to do any exercise because of how tired we were, but well, we're going around loot and stuff, so this is a little bit more exciting than what we've been doing for the last couple of days. Probably refill our flask where we're at the next house. But we've been sort of lucky. Light-footed and sneaking could always go up some while we're going through all these houses. We got this one and this one knocked out. This one still has useful stuff in it, primarily in the garage. Luckily we got cat's eyes, so You can see some stuff instead of just complete darkness. Speaking of, it's still too dark to even read our map. Problem be going inside the houses themselves. Part of why I wanted to check the map for was the fact that there's this one looks like it's got solar panels almost on the roof. Nothing. Check the backyard. While we're going through, we check, see if there's anything in the bathroom. Doesn't seem like anything's in there. Then we got a basement as well. Okay. The basement might actually hold something good to it, so we'll see. About ready to just destroy the damn window. Which we might actually have to do. Fuck it. I do here. That door getting the hell beat out of it. We'll check the basement later. Might be this house over here. Just a small sweep of the house. Okay. And there's the residence key. Got our first pew pew gun. Yay. Alright. Let's search around. Yeah. Empty bookshelf. TV remote. VHS tape. So if we do bother getting a whatchamacallit, notepad can be used for starting a fire. Oh, radio is on, okay. Ooh, antidepressants, that's a good find. So, wasp and water flask while we're at it. I'm betting that door is broken down now. Old newspapers. Rope and pliers could be helpful. Can actually eat this shit. Grab that. Let's see, can we... Does it have to be the same? A bunch of stuff that we could put into our other stuff. Stale and cooked. Ooh, nice Canned goods are good. Nothing here we really need. This damn thing. We'll turn off and take the battery, even though it's only at 50%. Okay, so take that out. Nothing there. Oh, nice. Beans and taters, potato chips. Actually, probably eat those now. Now, most likely help us get to going back up to up chevron, maybe. No, dang. That's it. I don't like how there's like all this stuff on the top of it, it looks like, but not something we can actually do anything with. Then this one had... So it wasn't that one? Was it the back door? Or was it maybe even a door downstairs? Oh, hell yeah. Blacksmithing book. Comic book. Those give decent stuffs. And that's it. So this is like a little man cave in the basement. Okay. And if I were to bet, that TV probably has the stuff for has a VCR player. But we'll get back to base, put everything away, and call it on this episode. So that leaves one more on this stretch here, and then we get a little break. Slowly getting the surrounding area looted. And also working on any Zeds that are in the area. Next time we might end up going out the top and then out the bigger parking lot side and loop around and get the outer part of this. Skills, strength, almost getting up to 2K. Not enough to take these up yet. Then we got some stuff that we can cook. So for carrots, I know the carrots, if you were to compare it in real life, you wouldn't get the seeds from the carrots themselves. You would actually leave the carrot grow in the ground, and then by next season, that would have bloomed into these big sort of like cauliflower top looking plants. So these big stemmed flowers sort of things have like the top of it looks like cauliflowers, but as they get, you're supposed to let it dry out, and as it dries out, it like sort of like bunches up and curls up, and you take those off, and then you get all the seeds for the carrots out of that. As for cherries, we know where the seeds for those are. They're the pits. But I guess we're not stupidly overloaded. Otherwise, we probably would have started getting the stuff decreasing by now. here. This is doing pretty well. I wonder if it's got like a lower time that it will actually like take to suck up the batteries. Yeah, doing good. But we will. Where did my tweezers go? Did I put them in the wrong bag? Yes, I put them in the wrong bag. I want to keep them in the fanny pack here. Okay, so I think this one was, yeah, that one's full. That one's got food stuff. Oh yeah, our gun case. We can work on reloading now. Drop down on the ground there. It's not loaded. It's got one round there. That gives us 20 bullets to work with. So magnums are super loud if I remember right. Anyway, so we got that. This one was empty-ish. Toss that out. Food stuff goes on the food table. We'll take that notepad with us upstairs because we use that for cooking. That can go in the other thing, but that was a nice find right there. The condolence letter we can take upstairs as well. Then the antidepressants can go in the other stuff. So that's a book that we haven't read yet. The pepper can go over there. This still needs to be read. Next one. It's this one that's got the I read this already thing. Okay, and then this right here, can we hold the magazine? Yeah, there we go. 0.5, so actually it's able to hold a magazine at least. Then we got our first aid kits up here, so we'll just toss this into one of the first aid kits. I think that was our first time finding antidepressants, so there's that. Take that, grab that. I should have grabbed my book so I could read that while waiting. I'm just gonna drop these here. Where did our book go? Wrong thing. There we go. Boop. Yeah, I'm very happy we found that. That gives us something to work on reloading with. Sort of hard to tell when stuff's actually turned on or not. That can go up here. Light fire with condolence letter. Sit on ground. Wrong thing. Read. Forgot that I took a battery out of one of the things. Wow, the radio in that one house. So probably still have unhappiness to it even after cooked, but most likely not as much. Maybe eat this as soon as it's done. So most likely I'm going to build a door right here and then one more wall and poop it right on through there. Okay, put out fire. Yeah, still good. Oh, it's freaking rotten. Damn it. It went rotten while I was cooking. That's bull pucky. Lighter. Guess we can put that there. You know what? Screw it. We'll just put that in there because we've got two full ones right now. Nothing else, nothing else. Still getting close to finishing up that other that level 3 carpentry book read. Get that bonus and continue building. We'll probably go about making like a sort of second floor almost to it so that we can put rain collectors up top and then have a sink underneath of it for getting fresh water without having to boil it. Got to use the plumbing system. That's rarely talked about in the game. I think mainly because it has no real skill related to it. So now that we don't have to worry about stuff and it's light enough that we can check. Yeah, probably still best to just go down this way, get that. Depending on how much actually at the house will leave us with another one. But we did hear a Zed beating on a door, and I think it was in the next door house to the one that we last looted. Crap. I actually was stupid and forgot. Hey. So regularity's getting up there. Almost there, almost there. But once we get that, then that's more carpentry that we can do. Cooking was slowly going up. I don't know if cooking rotten food still counts for cooking skill as well. Technically it should. Lightfoot is getting up there. Fitness. Strength. Almost to the 1/3 mark. Need to get 3K. Everything else. Slowly getting everything up. But again, thank you guys very much for joining. If you enjoy this, please do remember to hit that follow or subscribe button. And until next time, tacos and burritos. Bye.